Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ajwa. I'm super excited that you are here with me today. If today is your first time, please consider subscribing. And if you're a returning subscriber, I truly appreciate your support. I've encountered a lot of dupe fragrances, and most of them are from the Middle East. There are so many other designer and niche fragrances which also dupe each other, but I have a lot of the dupes which are from the Middle East because they try to, mimic the designer and the niche ones at a fraction of those prices. And in all those encounters, I tend to, or my experience has taught me that most of these dupes are not like 100% accurate or similar to the original perfumes. They sometimes range between 70 to 90%, similar depending on the fragrance. Some of them are also like a hybrid of two or more fragrances. But there's this one that I got super excited about because I heard a lot of good reviews about it. People said it was quite similar to the original, and I had tried the original, but I didn't have any idea what the dupe was, so I decided to pick it up. My very first encounter with the fragrance was at Saks Fifth Avenue. I went to with my cousin. He wanted to pick up some fragrances, so when he bought the fragrances, they gave him some samples, and Oud Satin Mood by MFK was part of those samples. So he gave me all those samples, and that was my very first encounter with MFK's Oud Satin Mood. It was very lovely. It was winter back in December, so I was like, okay, this is quite strong, but because it wasn't hot or because of the weather, I could contain it. I enjoyed it. I liked it, but it wasn't love. It was like, okay, let me just try this. And it was a good experience. So in March of this year, I decided to get a dupe, known as the Ministry of Oud Satin Mood. Extract the Perfume. This is from Paris Corner. I decided to just pick this one because it was going around $35, which I thought was a good price compared to the almost $300 that Saks Fifth Avenue was asking for, and I didn't have that money to spend on a fragrance, so I picked this one for around $35 in March of 2022. And my very first encounter with this fragrance, however, was quite a negative one because on that day or around the time I picked it up, I was not too well. I think I had some, cold, and I was coughing and all. As soon as I received the fragrance, I tried it. I was in my car and I was alone. So I decided to just douse myself in it so that I can enjoy the fragrance. And unfortunately, it gave me such a bad reaction. My very first encounter with it gave me such a bad reaction because I think I oversprayed it, and the violets, this fragrance is the rose oud with violet and some vanilla. So I think that I was overwhelmed by the violets. It was just too strong, and I also oversprayed, so I didn't really like it. I wanted to just go home and just take it off. So after that experience, I decided not to even touch it because I didn't like it. I was like, okay, it didn't work for me, and just put it somewhere on my shelf. Then about a month ago, I realized that the weather around here is much colder. Around we've gone past the rainy season, but it's been cold lately. For about a month now, the weather in Accra has been quite cold, quite low. So I decided to try it since I liked it when I tried the original in winter. So I picked it up, and surprisingly, I've been enjoying it. And I believe I also have a very good scent memory. So when I tried the original versus when I tried this, at that moment, I knew it was very close. I knew it was a very close dupe because I had encountered the original. However, because I was not feeling well and I also was sprayed, it made this experience, or my first experience with this fragrance, a negative one for me. So this currently, or in recent times, when I picked it up and I tried it, I've been really enjoying it, and my scent memory lets me know, or my scent memory reminds me that it is that close, that close of a fragrance. And other reviews that I have watched also say the same thing. with most dupe fragrances, you don't get the 100% because they are duping, so they will not be able to excuse me, they are duping, so that they will not be able to replicate the fragrance 100%. But this particular one, they did a very good job, a phenomenal job with this fragrance, because it's like 98% similar to the original. The only difference I detect in this one is that this one is quite lighter, and the original one has some depth to it. It's more deeper, and much stronger. But this one is so close to the point that if I have this one on and someone has the original on, there is no way they can make the difference out. It smells so good in the air. Even on skin, it smells so good. It gives me about 5 to 6 hours on my skin, and between 9 and 12 hours on clothes. It's that long lasting. However, it doesn't really project that much. Maybe some people around you, unless you overspray, but I wouldn't also advise that you overspray this, because it's quite intense on initial spray, and it might overwhelm you to the point that you might not really enjoy this fragrance. But just 3-4 sprays, it's good enough to last you a full day. I've realized that when I have these sort of strong fragrances, I don't need to spray around my neck area. I prefer or it works better for me when I spray below my neck, so that the fragrance doesn't get too much in my face, for it to give me a bad reaction. So I normally spray on my arm, I just take it away and spray it on my arm, then spray from afar onto my clothes, then probably at the back of my hair or my neck. Then the fragrance does not really overwhelm me, and that is how I enjoy this fragrance, the Ministry of Oud Satin Mood. It's a very good dupe. It's very accurate. It's one of the best dupes of any fragrance I have ever encountered, and what people also say about it, other reviewers, other fragrance enthusiasts have said about it, really is true. I highly recommend this fragrance if you want to try that oud rose with some violet combination, because it's truly unique. There are so many of those oud and rose combination which smell very similar, but this one is quite on the unique side, and I think the price is also right, because if you compare this to the almost $300, it's just a bargain. And if you just go light on the sprayer, or depending on how you like your fragrances, you can overspray this if it works for you, But my personal experience has taught me not to overspray this fragrance, and I also have to spray from neck down. That is when I enjoy this fragrance. It was my scent of the day today, and after wearing it, I just thought, oh, I've not even reviewed this fragrance, although I've had it for quite some time. I've not even reviewed it, so let me just give it a full or detailed review, sort of. Although there are so many of these reviews out there, but I just wanted to do one of my own, since I'm now sort of enjoying this fragrance. So that is my encounter with Ministry of Oud Satin. I believe it's like a very good dupe. It's one of the best dupes I have ever encountered. I would recommend this 100%, because it's worth it. The price, it's a bargain, and it gives you value for your money. So that is all I have for you on this video. If you are new here, please consider subscribing, and if you're a returning subscriber, I truly appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Stay blessed, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.